Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Hey Lori, I'm gonna go for a walk this morning. You up for a walk today?
No, I'm gonna go to organic market.
Organic market, okay. So I'm gonna head out today and I've got an interesting video I'm gonna share with you today.
Okay, see you when you get home.
See you when I get home. And I'm doing something a little bit different now. I thought maybe this would be creative and just give you an idea of what different parts of Mexico look like. So typically I get up in the morning, Lori and I will go for a walk, or a lot of times Lori likes to sleep in, and so she doesn't walk along with me, and I like getting up early. It's quiet, I can listen to the birds singing, and I can look at different neighborhoods, and I like going to different neighborhoods. So what I'm taking you today is I'm taking you to an area called La Foresta. And it is an upscale neighborhood where the homes are beautifully maintained. It has wide streets and just very nice, very well upscale neighborhood. Typically homes in this neighborhood are going to cost you anywhere at the minimum would be $300,000 up to probably somewhere around $3 million. So it's an upscale neighborhood here. You know, in this series, what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about today as an example. I'm going to talk about working in Mexico. A lot of people would like to know what it's like to work in Mexico, and can they work in Mexico? And so we're going to go over some of the different approaches of working in Mexico. So, hey, if you have a comment or you would like some information on specific things, hey, let me know in the comment section down below, and then maybe I can make a video for you and be more specific, sort of as I'm doing now as I walk around here. So please make your comment. I'd appreciate that. Now, of course, as we're walking around, we're going to get different lighting situations, and we're going to get cars coming by like this. So we'll have to deal with a little bit of the noise, but that's all part of the walk, isn't it? So here we go. Let's look at working in Mexico. Coming in, let's say, and you want to live here maybe a year, 2 years, something like that. And you don't want to get so involved that you need a work permit. So if you're a carpenter, or let's say you're a nurse, or you're somebody, electrician, something like that, you're really, are skilled at a specific trade, well, Mexico isn't going to be a good place for you to come and get a job, because typically those types of people here who are working a trade, they're making like at the maximum $5 an hour. And that's how come they can build homes so much cheaper, because they're being not paying their workers that much money. So so in a case like that, don't think I'm coming down here and using that trade. It's not going to work. But what will work? So let's say you're a digital nomad and you're a computer type of person, then that works. And so jobs that you could possibly get, a lot of people teach English in other countries as they are traveling around, and they're called a digital nomad. And so that pays pretty good. Also, you could, if let's say you were a proofreader and you could proofread, documents and check for spelling and stuff like that, that also is a good paid job. Now, I don't know where you get these jobs. I just hear about them. So you'd have to go online and do your own research on where you could find people, or find, where you could sign up on programs, say teaching English in a foreign country. So, but another thing that you could do is online, you could be, let's say, an editor. A lot of people are very much into writing blogs, and they're editing and stuff. So that's an idea of what you could do here. Another thing that may work for you, let's say your computer and you are a computer technician and you can do computer repair and troubleshooting and stuff like that, that would be a big thing in an expat community, because everybody is needful of a computer technician. So that would definitely be a job that you could do, you know, on the side and get paid pretty good money, maybe even the level of money that, well, maybe not the level you're used to making, but maybe let's say somewhere around $25 an hour, maybe a realistic number for you to make here. You're not going to make $75, but again, your standard of living is lower here. Anything around computers will definitely. Opportunities of working online are great, you know, because you can do that, you know, around the world, not only here. The other thing too, and what I'm talking about in general, is parts of Mexico that this would work for you. So what you want to do is you want to choose an expat area where expat lives, and they want to have services that Mexico doesn't offer. And so you, let's say if you lived, or you want to go to Puerto Vallarta and you wanted to live, you know, close to the beach, or you wanted to go some of the towns where expats live, let's say at the beach, or you could go to places like San Miguel, Allende, you could go to La Paz, that would be on the Baja section down there. You could go to Cabo San Lucas and that. In other words, it doesn't have to be here, it's anywhere that the expats live, because what you're going to be doing, you're offering them a service that they can't find in Mexico. So, okay, so what would that be? Let's say on a lower scale type of thing, let's say you're a good cook and you know how to bake things. Well, there's one couple down here that makes cinnamon rolls, and they have a huge business and they sell it at outdoor fairs. Now that's along the beach community that this one couple lives. And so another couple here locally where we are in Chapala, they make they make sourdough bread. And that's, again, it's a specialty that people can't typically find here. Well, a lot of the expat communities throughout Mexico, they have, what they have is outdoor fairs, and they could be 1 to maybe 3 a week. And so a lot of the expats will take products there, maybe baking goods and stuff, and sell them there. So check out some of the outdoor fairs in the community you would like to live in Mexico, and that could work to get you some income. Let's say you're a vegan, or you are a plant-based, you know, diet type of person. You can make food, let's say casseroles and stuff like that, lasagna and stuff that would appeal to that type of a person. And that would be very popular here because you are providing something that they can't get, let's say, from a Mexican market and that. So that's an alternative that you could do if you were a baker. Massage therapist. There again, something that they don't really do here is the Mexicans don't, you know, typically think of massage in that regard, especially a really good massage. I'm not talking about, you know, taking an online course for 30 days and calling yourself a massage therapist. I'm talking about a real massage therapist. You come into the area and you can get known because expats want to get massage, and that's something that they do and back home, and so that's what you're providing, a service that they can't get typically in Mexico, but they can get it here because you would be providing that service. Let's say you're a yoga teacher, very popular here. A lot of stuff to do with the health, you know, area, that good food, health-wise, maybe services like I say, like yoga, massage therapist, maybe even a counselor in that regard. Maybe you have credentials to be a counselor, a psychologist, and that again would be a service because you'd be speaking English and you'd be offering that service for people who want that service, and they want somebody that can speak English. So those are things that possibly you can do down here. Now, getting a little more complicated, let's say you wanted to really open up a business. You want to have a storefront and something like that. Well, then you're going to need a work permit. And so that work, well, if you're serious about really working in Mexico and living in Mexico, you definitely want to get a work permit. And my recommendation is get with an immigration attorney and have them go over the procedures with you, fill out the paperwork, submit it to immigration. That'll go much simpler for you. Be legal and live in Mexico without any stress, because you're not trying to live on the slide. You're not trying to sneak around. You're living here. You're obeying the laws of Mexico. Get that work permit. You'll feel a lot safer. You'll feel more comfortable, and you'll appreciate it in the long run. Work visa in that regard. So let's say you wanted to be a real estate agent. That also would be something that would you would need a work permit here. Now, if you have a work permit, then you can legally work here, and you would have to pay taxes on that money. You would have to, open up a bank account and pay Mexican taxes on that money. But it opens up a bigger area of making more money, larger amounts of dollars that you normally couldn't get if you're doing just a little services like baking and massage and that. A lot of real estate agents come down and they have the experience of being a real estate agent, let's say in the country they live in, and they come down here. Well, the interesting thing about it, you don't have to be licensed down here. You don't have to qualify for a real estate license, but you would have to have a permit. So those are some ideas that'll give you, I don't know where you're going to find, the particular things, let's say like that teaching education or online stuff. I'm just giving you some ideas. You'd have to do your own research on that. Just throwing out some ideas as I walk around and things that, come up in my mind that maybe will be helpful to you. So if you find these things helpful, hey, give me a like and just maybe share it with some of your friends, stuff like that. I'd appreciate that. So also make a comment and let me know what other things that would be of interest to you. So until tomorrow, we take another walk and I'll show you maybe another neighborhood.